We are live. I've got to go get another charger for this phone. Hold on a second. Started a little early. Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses. Oh. A little early. Everybody. How's everybody doing? All right. Let me go see where. How you guys doing? Trying to get a little Facebook going here as well. And make this work if I can. Okay, a little crooked. Needs to charge. It's gonna be a little. Let me see if there's a stand here somewhere. 1 second, gang. I'll be right back. I know it's not the best shooter, but really, when you look at Guns N' Roses' display, it is the greatest use of a screen in a pinball machine ever. Like, no game has ever done as good of a. Let's see. I think this should work. There we go. That's weird. What is it? Just trying to like get this phone. Why? Did I turn it around? You guys should just join on YouTube, really. Do that. Okay. So it's it really is like, can you guys hear me okay? Sound okay? I'm not wearing the headset, so I'm just gonna like talk into this, and I think it should sound fine, but just want to let me. Are we good? All right. Thank you for hanging with me for a little bit of a later start. I was taking Kill to soccer. He decided not to like kick the damn ball at all. Like he didn't want to be there. I'm gonna just have to keep this here for Facebook. You guys are gonna have a side angle until it charges. So I would just go over to YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. It's like it's a better sound, it's a better angle, it's better everything. So just happy Saturday, everybody. It is a beautiful day here today. It is like a 75 and sunny. It is perfect. There is an Oktoberfest happening at the beach in Roehaden today. So we're going to go there later. And you know how I always feel. Pinball is a winter sport. So like on a beautiful Saturday day like today, like being out there is really like where you want to be. Look, I've had like a fun week with my birthday, a little physically taxing on my body. I think I've been partying a little too hard. Woke up this morning, like went out in the city last night, Tommy Jazz, steakhouse dinner. You ever had those like steakhouse dinners where you wake up the next day, you're like, what did I do to my body? Like nothing feels good. Nothing. Like I don't understand why people how they can consistently eat like steakhouse meals. I feel horrible. Like I would much rather go to like omakase and have like the best quality seafood one bite at a time. Sad boy, brother, thank you. What's good, brother? Shout out to Walt for calling out that loser. Imagine talking trash to more well-known people throughout the community with more of an input than he'll ever have. Absolutely hilarious. I was very happy to hear Walt's video. It made my day, if you will. I was happy to just have people be on the right side of this whole thing. Like it was a really weird thing that he did. And I think what's really strange about it still to this day is Glenn, who I don't have him blocked on Facebook or anything. Like I don't even think Glenn reached out and apologized yet for his comments. So really strange to sort of shoot yourself in the foot like that, and then I think continue to say stuff about others is not really a smart approach. I haven't really thought about it much since all the drama unfolded like a week ago. I've been more focused on the show and talking about Star Wars and Big Bang Bar, and we're going to talk all about that. I've got do you guys want to see it's funny to me, like people thinking, the whole Big Bang Bar issue is kind of hysterical right now because I'm just gonna go look at. I think I have some more photos. Let's see. Let's see what this is. Yeah, there's one. I got stuff I can't share yet, but this one's my favorite. Check it out. It's gonna be my new This is gonna be my new. He's got fake photos. He doesn't know. This is gonna be my new wallpaper on Facebook. But there you go. We're gonna talk about all the games coming. Now, what I'm hearing lately is that Tales of the Arabian Nights will be out before the Big Bang Bar remake. So Toad In before Big Bang Bar by Pedretti Gaming. Okay. So that is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing that oh, this weird angle. Let me just try to like see if we can turn it upside down. And all right, let's try to do this. It's a little crooked, but it's better, right? All right. I'm also hearing okay, so let's talk about it. So we're gonna get Tales of the Arabian Nights from Pedretti Gaming with Brian Allen is redoing the art package. Now, Brian Allen did the art package on the Funhouse remake. Funhouse was a game that never really had like the greatest art. I'm not sure you should ever. You don't need to redo the art on Toadin. You really don't need to redo the art on that game. It is a stunning game. All you need to do is make Toadin with CPR gold playfield, so the inserts pop more, and just brass plate everything, and then add in auto plunger to the game, because at the end of that game, you have to sort of manually plunge when you get to the final battle, which I kind of think is a little bit of the charm. Yeah, Hector. So, I mean, obviously they're not happy with me, but it's going to go Toad In, Big Bang Bar. They've got Circus Voltaire, they've got Theater of Magic, and they've got Adam's Family, which was like the big surprise. Is Look, Rick at Planetary, very smart for swooping in and getting all these IPs. I'm just not really sure in the current climate of pinball. The problem with Pedretti games is, unlike CGC, they do not make their remakes better than the originals. If you could see the what Melvin has done to Big Bang Bar, I mean, chrome plating all the metal on the game, adding so much cool stuff that like makes the game glow more and pop more colorful. More light up arrows on rams, more fluorescent. Like literally, Melvin was gonna make the Big Bang Bar like the best example of it ever. And Pedretti and Rick had the license. And so, Melvin handed off to them his prototype, which is honestly and I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to go back because they don't get it. Like they just want to like make it spec for spec identical. When Melvin was like, not only am I going to remake it, but I'm going to make it better than the original ever looked. Carrie, it's like, it's weird, right? That they're like, Melvin Williams has nothing to do with like that's not true. Like that's kind of a lie. Like the game they're working on is built off of his prototype. Like I don't know why they're acting so cagey about it. I also think everybody would have loved to have had DPX make an elevated version of Big Bang Bar versus Pedretti. The problem with Pedretti is just the quality, and they don't have the reputation. And I don't know why. It's weird, right? It's like, aren't just like parts, just screw the parts together the right way. What up, Franchi? How's everybody doing? I haven't heard from Luke over at Spooky. I hope my show didn't upset him at all. I didn't mean anything negative at all. I just trying to give them a little bit of advice for those of you who saw, like, I think there's now kind of like a it's not a dimple gate, it's like a bulge gate going on the Evil Dead thread now of like the length of the screws, and are they too long? Are they pushing through the play field? And all I was doing was just reporting on what I was reading, and just suggesting that just you got to always be cool, and you got to always make sure that you don't threaten to leave pinside if people are saying stupid stuff. I mean, again, if you want to go to a place where people say stupid stuff, then pinside is your huckleberry, because there's no dumber place to like spend a lot of your life than on pinside. I mean it. Like, and the people there, it's funny, like the hyper users, I think they all have wasted a lot of years of their life with tens of thousands of posts. Yeah. It's interesting too. I saw my old friend Derek is back on Pinside. I sent him a text. I was just like, "Hey man, like, um, I just want to let you know that just all that goes away if we just like connect." He stopped talking to me because of Trump being elected, and I really took that. I really felt abandoned by one of my best friends over politics. And if you know me, and he knows me, everyone that knows me knows that I'm not some like Trump MAGA guy. I'm very moderate, but I will vote with my family's best interest in mind, and I will vote with my wallet in mind. And I don't think it was fair to erase. What's that smell? Do you smell that, babe? Brenda, are you spraying something? I don't know. Maybe someone's gardening something weird. I'm just like, all of a sudden, it smells terrible. Ugh. Sorry, it's distracting. Anyway, I'm reading you guys' comments. Don't need to be MAGA to be anti-woke. Yeah, of course. It's not the septic. We don't have a septic tank. It's nice. I love that this house is on like the city's septic line, so there's no septic tank. We have propane in the backyard, which is nice. And then, um, yeah, there's like this woman when she renovated this house, like did everything perfect. So we had to do nothing. What's up, guys on Facebook? We got guys on YouTube. All right, so let's get back to the game. So Star Wars LE is shipping, and I'm starting to see. I'm starting to see. I'm starting to see that. No, okay. So Robert said that it didn't take it as Luke saying the customer is wrong. Just dumbass. Yeah, I saw that. Um, I'm seeing the Star Wars LEs land in people's homes, and look, I'm happy for anyone who buys this game. I'm happy you guys are going to lose $4,000 in just a couple months, and I'm happy to see that the Star Wars LEs are not sold out. I'm happy. I'm happy that the majority of people don't consider that game to be special enough to spend that kind of money. I don't think Stern deserves to have a sellout of a game where that's the creative layer they're thinking is worthy of $13,000 in a pinball machine. I'm sure the game looks better in person. That's great. I can't wait to see one in person. I'll see it at Automated. Hey, Brenda, what's that smell? What? Where? That is like the most hideous. Oh my God. We have this like rabbit rodent repellent. It's atrocious. It's only supposed to be sprayed outside. They sprayed it in the garage. Let me just take a moment, people. It's like atrocious smelling. Um, no, there's no pest control issue. I got like a rabbit repellent like a year ago because the rabbits were tearing up my lawn. You can't kill rabbits. And let me tell you, like, it didn't work. They just hop right over it. Like whatever you spray it, they just hop over it. No, you're not allowed to like trap rabbits here. It's like illegal. The smell of death. Um, yeah, I just think Star Wars is gonna come and go. I think it's gonna be talked about as much as the old Star Wars game is talked about, which is not very often. And I think that it's just gonna be a game where, all right, like, well, it's gonna kill on location. It's Star Wars. It's an operator's dream. But I think it's not gonna be this like sales hit for Stern. And I think that The Walking Dead Remastered is also not gonna be the sales hit for Stern. What's your favorite song mode on GNR? Um, I will say, like, I think my favorite when I play the game is Out to Get Me. I really do. I love Out to Get Me, and then I think maybe Civil War second. What I'm a little disappointed in the GNR code, and I've said this, is on some of the games like songs like November Rain, I just think they gave up like coding the light show midway through. Like there's no there's no magic at the end of November Rain in that outro, and there should be. Like, they should have coded the lights to, like, dramatically sync up with the they didn't do any of it. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I get it. It's a 10-minute song. You're not going to get it to the end that often. But like November Rain starts cool, but then it's the same light show repeating throughout. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think Star Wars is gonna move nothing for Stern. I think The Walking Dead remastered, if there's a price increase, is gonna be it's just gonna be funny, man. Like I look at it all and I look at it and I kind of want to laugh that Stern is gonna raise the prices of their product when demand continues to decline. And it's gonna get really interesting when I don't even think Pokemon is next at like as the cornerstone game. I don't I don't know. I can't put my finger on what it's Jack Danger's game. Um it's one of these things where like I feel like we do know like Fallout, Transformers, Pokemon, like whatever order they come in, it feels like those guesses are pretty accurate and and again, that just doesn't sound like what Stern needs. Like, I think people would rather hear Super Mario Brothers, Top Gun, and Karate Kid, or Die Hard, Christmas Vacation, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think people would rather hear Indiana Jones. I think people would rather hear, um, you know, G.I. Joe, whatever, like He-Man. Like, I mean it, like stuff with nostalgic appeal. Gremlins is the dream theme for me. Demand drops, raise prices. Yeah, Carrie, but it's like a weird decision, man. I think people are just like, I think they're just kind of over it. I really do. I think people have lost the patience with losing the amount of money they're losing. Cause like, like the whole, I mean, like it was fun 6 years ago and when Zach's buy, buy, buy was like the joke, right? And it was like when Zach was telling everybody to buy, 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 like he wasn't wrong. Like back then, you really bought anything, you kind of were good. You were good. It was like one of these hobbies where like you were good. Now the depreciation is pretty significant, and it's just the problem with the depreciation now. It's so immediate, whereas it used to take a much longer time, and also you just never really lost $3,000 to $4,000 on any Stern machine. Now it's like there's thousands of games that have significantly lost value, and there's also just like the unspoken thing that continues. I think should be making everybody a little nervous. Is there's thousands of unsold games in boxes just piling up as inventory, and that always continues to be the hidden or secret sort of thing that's going to cripple even more pinball prices, because those things have to end up somewhere. And these distros, I mean, I've already heard from very legit sources that distros will take 11.5 on the table for Star Wars. Do you want to know exactly what a distro makes on Star Wars LE? Do you want to know the margin they make? Because I was told exactly what the margin is. Um, Now I'm trying to remember exactly what the number was, because I believe distros on an LE are making $2,250, like something like that. Fall of the Empire, Ajax. Thank you. Fizzy, thank you for the $2, brother. Ajax, Kaneda is the leader of the rebellion. Well, I did name my son Cassian. So like it doesn't, gang, it's not even a rebellion. Okay, so they make $2,400 on an LE. So just think about that for a minute. That there's $2,400 goes into the pocket of a distro Like, just think about that. Why? Why? I mean, how many of these games are simply drop shipped from Chicago to the customer? Like, drop shipped. Like, the distro gets an order, gets the address. That game's not going to all these distros and dealers. It's going from Chicago right to the customer. I mean, but you gotta remember, that's just the distro margin. Um, I like it look, it'd be one thing if these things had, like, bulletproof warranties and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, I fail to see, like the problem is, you know okay, like, you gotta look at it like this. The issue really though, it does become and I understand why they need to make money on these LEs, like, when you think about it, because the problem is, let's say a distro sells 10 LEs, right? That's $24,000 they make in profit, okay? 24,000. Now they gotta pay taxes on that. So let's say, all right, they're gonna net out with around, like, $14,000 in the pocket. Okay, 14,000 after those 10 LEs are sold. But what about when they buy directly from Stern, all those premiums and pros, like to buy the premium from Stern, I'm sure they're shelling out like $8,000 on each premium or 8,500 to sell it for, 9,700, right? So all those unsold premiums they're sitting on, you can see how quickly, just two unsold premiums would be something like $16,000 you gave Stern for the chance to maybe make back like $3,000 to $4,000. That's the problem. That's the problem. No, it's like it really is difficult. Like, when you think about it, it's tough on these distros because they like it's all about cash flow. And as you're making money over here, you're losing money over here, and everything that's sitting unsold is and all those games sitting unsold that are depreciating in your warehouse they may never move. Like you and we know this all too well. Like there's a lot of games that dealers and distros were underwater on. Like they were underwater. Like literally, like I spent, you know, I don't know, what is it? I gave Stern a check for 10.5 for a John Wick LE and I can't sell it. And the market value on it now is like 9. All those Guns N' Roses. Yeah. So it's not as easy as it looks. Like the good old days when dudes like Trent were just drop shipping, like and like every LE just sold out instantly and everything just moved. Like those are the good old days. And I hope all those guys like saved all their money because those gravy train days are over for a lot of these distros. And they know it. But like in the end, like I really don't care about dealers and distros making money. I would love to make money myself, like getting you the game you want, right? I mean, if it makes you happy to buy from someone you like, that's how it should be. And in the end, like all the dealers or distros, they want the same thing we want. They want great games that hold value. They want that. Like, I don't think anyone who's a dealer or a distro is happy with the mediocrity that's sort of swept through the hobby recently and also with the high prices. They're not happy about these high prices. It means less customers. There is no other way to look at all this. Like, why? Like, I'm going to sell way more LEs if they're 10.5 than if they're 13. Also count trade-in games selling again with nice profit. Well, yeah, I mean, retro Django in the house. Yeah, no, totally. Like whenever I see like Zach lists something like let me use an example. Something like a Venom LE, if Zach lists it for like 8,500. I'm just making up a price right now. I'm always like, damn, man, he bought it from that dude for like 7,500 to 7,800 just to get rid of it, right? Just to credit towards another game, probably, or something. Like he's got to make money on it. And and that's why like some of these trade-in dudes are just getting hosed and they don't want, I mean, and then these are some dudes who probably bought some of these games brand new, 13,000 and then trading it in for like 7,900. Well, look, the easiest way to avoid all this is just to wait until something checks all the boxes and keep it forever. I think that's really where a lot of people are at now. I think people are starting to see the forest for the trees in this hobby. I think a lot of people are happy with their games. Look, and there's new people coming into the hobby all the time. I saw this dude. I forget where it was. Maybe it was California or something. He put all these games in the basement of his wife's thrift shop, and it looks awesome. I'm like, I love seeing like these surprising locations where people kind of create a little pinball um barcade or arcade, if you will. It's a beautiful thing. It's like this thing is so cool, man. Like when I sometimes it's easy to get overly critical. Like Guns N' Roses CE, man. I mean, this thing's now like 10 G's. It's incredible. The amount of assets in this game, the amount of creativity in this game, the amount of like cool factor of this game, and it's lost its demand. I get it doesn't shoot great. I get it. I get it. I get it. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. But it's still an absolute work of art. It really is. It's funny Spooky can make Evil Dead for CE for 10 and Stern selling at least for 13 doesn't make sense. Um, well, the reason why, Jesse, is Stern's got, like I said on my show, they've got like hundreds of employees. They've got all of that square footage. They've got to pay that rent every month. And they've got to feed all those people. I heard they have something like 80 people that are just in the front office. I mean, you got to remember, like, okay, so imagine you work in the front office of Stern. And what do you think you make? I'm assuming most of these jobs are six-figure jobs, right? I mean, what, people working in pinball for 50 grand? I don't think so. Like, so it adds up like quickly, all the benefits, all the people, all the you know, all the salaries you have to pay out. And so you need to move thousands of games every month to make all that work. Where Spooky Pinball, family owned business, looks like there's about what, like 30 of them, maybe 30 total, maybe a little bit more. In Benton, Wisconsin, I think their rent is $1 a month. The town basically pays them to stay there and loves the jobs they provide. They're in Benton, Wisconsin, the average price of a home is probably $200,000, $300,000, right? I mean, this isn't like New York City. This isn't like Jersey Jack, where when he was in New Jersey, how expensive that rent was. I mean, the money goes a long way there. Money doesn't go a long way in Chicago. It doesn't go a long way in other places. It definitely doesn't go a long way in Europe or Australia, where these guys are spending like such a small fortune on every individual game. And when I see the prices in Australia still, I'm still just, it baffles me, like who can even afford to drop, like, I mean, everything's like $20,000 or more. And for one game, one pinball machine. Well, look, in the end, it's funny to watch it all go down. I mean, I'm absolutely gonna love going to Expo and seeing if there's any surprises. Do you guys think Walking Dead's gonna be at Expo? Do you think Stern's gonna do what they did last time and sort of steal the thunder away from the cornerstone game with the remastered game, the way they did with X-Men and Metallica remastered. I kind of feel like part of me feels like they would never do that to Star Wars, and the other part of me feels like they might have to do that because Star Wars sales are not there, and they need to inject something exciting and new onto the line. I hope they do too. I mean, the thing with Expo is like really right now, there's no real reveals happening. Like if you think about it, nothing's getting revealed there. I think we might see a teaser trailer for Back to the Future. So that would be fun. Why not? Right? We all know you're making it. We all know it's coming next year. I think Barry needs to put a date out there and meet it. I worry about Back to the Future. I worry about Barry. I do. I worry that Dutch really doesn't have experience with switching a line over efficiently, making multiple games, designing a game while a game's on the line. Like I just worry about Dutch. I don't think they're going to go away at all. I just worry about like, you know, that they have. I mean, Roz is next, and I absolutely I literally I've seen Melvin's Raza. I've seen the changes to it. Wait do you see how cool the translite is? The topper is super cool. Like it is absolutely stunning. And I don't mean to take anything away from Alice because Alice is also a beautiful game, but Raza is just so much more like comprehensively stunning and has more to shoot at. And he's fixed the stuff. And I hope, all signs are pointing to some really fun use of magnets that he's going to put into the game that J-Pop was never ever to get able to work at the deep root level. So really, really neat game. And the thing about Raz is like, you will see it on the line and you will be able to buy it next year. Killian, don't bang on the window, buddy. Hold on. I got to see. I don't need a break. I don't need a broken window today. Yeah. My microphone. Your microphone? Yeah. The gold one. Oh, I don't know. I think it stopped working, so you gotta get a new one. No. Oh, yeah, you might have had to throw it out. No. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. We didn't have to throw it out. You did it? Yeah, it's a pink one. It stopped working. Why do you need it? Because so it doesn't work out. Mama? But I think that mic got thrown out, babe. Why did you throw it out? Because it stopped working. Try charging it? Yes, I tried for weeks to charge it. Oh my God! What? I will get you a new one because I. No. I'll show you how you do the pretend one. No, I want that one. Well, I don't understand why. I don't want that. Daddy threw your microphone. It was broken. Why would I hold on to a broken item? Like. What did I do wrong? Broken mic. Threw it out. This is this is why when the weekday starts. Daddy threw it out. It was very rude of him, wasn't it? It was very rude of him. He didn't even consult you. Yeah. You'll have to apologize to him, Chris. I'll get you a new one, buddy. He just said he misses his gold microphone. I mean, it's adorable. It's funny because like, he literally hasn't used it in months, and now it's everything. Oh, where were we? Um, how we felt when we got through the lame. Oh my god, did I throw it out? Hold on one second, let me just look real quick. Yeah, it was in there. Oh. Oh. It's gone. Oh, how you guys doing? Time to open the bourbon. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be a thing this weekend now. This gold microphone. Um, how you guys doing? Do you guys feel like the energy levels of pinball, you feel like I think what's gonna happen is this. I think Beetlejuice is just gonna be like just gonna blow everybody away. I mean, I really do feel this way about Beetlejuice. I feel like Franchi is gonna crush it. I think they're gonna I think they're gonna drop what is gonna be probably the most stunning pinball machine maybe ever. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I think we need it. I think this hobby needs it. Like if you think about the games we've had recently, like Dune didn't blow everybody away. I love the creativity in Dune. I do. I think the sound is absolutely incredible. I think they nailed it, but it's still Dune, right? And it doesn't have the same like I need to own this unless you love Dune. But if you love Dune, of course, you're very happy with that game. I would have loved to have had a new Tron right now. I would have loved it. Like if Stern remastered Tron, I mean, it just would have been so good. And I just think we're not going to get that. We're going to get Walking Dead. King Kong. I mean, look how cool King Kong is now that guy put in the movie clips. It's almost like we all could tell something was missing from Kong, and something was making Kong not special. And it was Stern cutting corners and not putting in the iconic Kong imagery. And I'm sorry, but the King Kong game looks not like King Kong should look. They should have done more of like old New York City. It should have had that vibe and that feel. And it should have been such a differently conceived game. And when you try to make a game that's supposedly paying homage to the old King Kong prototype, and this, you've lost all of us. You lost the narrative. Now you're doing stuff for inside pinball reasons, not what the IP deserves. If you want to sell to the masses, you have to accept that you are basically the Kmart of pinball. Damn, Franchi, don't tell us how you really feel. Um, well, Franchi, I mean, Stern's problem is like, I don't know why they don't just go back to making things for the masses, things with mass appeal, but also priced to sell to the masses. And this is where the truth lies in all of what's just happened is the boutiques are the companies that should be selling games for $15,000, not the mass produced company. It's the boutique watchmakers that sell at the high price. It's the boutique car manufacturers that sell at the high price. It's the boutique wineries that sell at the high price. It's not the mass. Stern wants to be mass and high price. They want to be volume and command the most amount of money. I mean, a Stern game fully loaded is $15,000 now, and it's about to get more expensive. And they will not survive trying to do both. That and everybody feels that because when you put a Stern next to a game like this, it looks half the price. When you put a Harry Potter next to a King Kong looks like a Tinker Toy. And I mean this when I say this. When you put Evil Dead next to King Kong, Evil Dead looks so much more expensive. Again, boutiques should be higher price, lower volume, instant collectible when you get it right. And that is what we're going to see. Stern just like saw what everything was happening during the COVID secondhand market and just thought that they could adjust their entire business model to reflect that. And I really do feel like they just felt like these customers are idiots and they'll just buy anything. Yeah, Jaws 50th, like at $9,500, like absolutely. I think Jaws 50th is like a really good game. Like it really is. I mean, creatively, I think there could have been a little bit more done. We all do. I mean, that shark still looks like something I'd put in the bathtub with Killian that costs $3. Like, come on. Like the fact that we all accept it, I get it. Like they should have designed a better mech. The shark fin is also, gang, pathetic. Like it's a sticker on a moving target. They couldn't design a fin to pop up from under the playfield and be so much cooler than that. But you guys have very, very low, very low expectations of what should be mechanically in these games these days. And it's not just Jaws. Star Wars got nothing interesting mechanically in it. I mean, Harry Potter's not got any. There's not like a lot of magic mechanically in Potter. It shoots beautifully. There wasn't a lot mechanically in Elton John. Shoots beautifully. Shots are the new toys has kind of been the joke for the last like 4 years, but it's kind of true. King Kong, I don't know. Like, no, nothing really. Right? Let's see what we got going on here. You will see a game firing on every cylinder with Spooky's next game. They even added cylinders to fire extra. Wow. See, this is what I love. I love franchise. This is the kind of excitement I just don't get from John Borg when you look at Star Wars. When I look at Jack Danger, my boy over there, like he just kind of just like, like I don't know. Stern just feels like no one over there is like completely like, oh, I can't wait to see what we're doing next. Like nobody's saying that over at Stern. Do you ever see George Gomez say that? You can't wait. Like they're just kind of like we made what we think is a good game. Is kind of like the vibe over there. MMR Merlin has it all for a decent price. Medieval Madness is a phenomenal game, and I'm glad you guys are finally getting your Merlin trim versions. They'll probably make another version of it. The CGC remakes, as much as I don't like them as a company because of all their radio silence, I mean, they make phenomenal games. I mean, two things can happen, two opposing things can be occurring at the same time. That they are the worst with their customer service, and they make what is maybe the best pinball in the world from a quality standpoint. But man, you heard on my last show, like, look at this Cactus Canyon mod. Like what a disaster it's turning out to be. Give Pinball Brothers credit. They are excited about their games, unlike Stern. Okay, so like, Chance, just because you brought it up, of course they're trying to get everybody into Predator. I see them making content left and right. I see them, really trying to get people excited about the game. I don't know how you get people excited about Predator without Arnold. I give them credit for trying. I don't even think they sold 300 units. So, like, I don't know how you recover from that. And I don't know. I have no facts on any of what I'm about to say next, but I do think the Pinball Brothers have to be in trouble with how bad Predator sales are. What's wrong with the Cactus Canyon upgrade? Where you guys been? Like the damn, like, the thing is like manufactured wrong. The USB cable's too short. The bracket on the left side is not engineered right. The switch is not really working properly. People have to like disassemble it. The whole thing is like just a total. It's a total quality control mess. And just go into the Cactus Canyon Owners Club thread and read all about people trying to fix this damn thing. People are trying to like shave off metal to get it to fit right. Yeah, the USB is like way too tight. When you lift the playfield, it like gets so super tight that it can disconnect, and it's just, again, you don't want anything to be plugged in without enough slack. It's just terrible. Like it's like, and instead of fixing it, they pass the headache on to the consumer, and they knew what they were doing, and it's mind boggling. It's mind boggling. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Stern's hype it's okay. I feel like that's like the vibe. On my Facebook, I haven't. Oh, sorry guys. I think I can unplug this now. I haven't been reading anything on Facebook. There we go. Spooky Luke, what's up, brother? Luke, I hope you know I love you, brother. My advice was just very simple. I think you guys, is there an update, Luke, on the guy's like game? Was he able to show his bulges properly? I said it earlier, Luke, if you just joined now, like, it's Pinside's the worst place, but as a manufacturer, we love that you guys are always hanging with the crew and with the community, and that's half the reason why people love Spooky Pinball. I can't wait to hang with Spooky at Expo. I might have to mail something to the hotel because I got a gift for these guys. I'm gonna mail it and put it under my name. When do we get to see Beetlejuice? I don't know. That's not. Maybe there might be a teaser at Expo. I think my prediction will be accurate that Beetlejuice will sell out in 9 minutes. 999 sold out in 9 minutes for $9,999. It's just gonna happen. It's just gonna be one of those games, man. I feel it. Like Evil Dead. Look, Evil Deads are trading for like, I think some people are buying Evil Deads with the topper, man. They're for like 15 grand, bro. And they're selling right away. It's not like they're not sitting, they're selling right away. I think everyone realizes that a lot of special stuff is coming out of Benton, and then when I hear about, like, the stuff that Ben Heck is doing with the code on the game and stuff that's never been done before in games and video modes that are super funny, you just feel like these guys are just like, they get it. Like, they get it. Like, they get what we want as grown men that wanna have fun. We want personality in these games. We want fun mechs. We wanna laugh. We wanna be offended a little bit. Like, they just get it. Like, I feel like this company goes to the bar after work and they just, like, "We're doing it. We're doing it." I feel like at Stern, they're just anxious. "Why aren't the orders where they used to be? How do we sell to Costco?" Predator issue is the price and maybe reliability. No, Ajax. The Predator issue is that Arnold's not in it. That's it. That's it. You can't make that movie without Arnold. He's so omnipresent in it. Will Beetlejuice sales send Spooky light years into the galaxy? No, I think Spooky's got a strategy. Look, what Spooky's number one challenge will be is with great success and with extraordinary demand, the challenge for Spooky will be to not get greedy. That is it. As long as they stay true to their laurels and stay true to their promises to their customers. When Luke said we might make an SLE one day of a game, he meant a future game. They're never making more Evil Deads. They're never making more Rick and Mortys. They're never making more of anything that they made. Like, this is their strategy. Unlike Stern, who will keep remaking everything to the point where, like, then nobody wants it. Spooky could sell another 1,000, well, not maybe easily another 500 Rick and Mortys. Heck, and I know there was discussion that they were gonna like redesign Rick and Morty and make it a better game with all that amazing code, but they didn't. Stern would have. Stern really is, has is like, again, that just the pressure to have monthly volume going out the door has led them astray on what gave them that volume in the first place. And it's been kind of sad to see like their inability to course correct. If Stern releases the right game, they will sell just like Metallica, a new Batman remastered. JC, I 100% agree with you. But the problem Stern is having now is they need to get to those great games now. And they also need a strategy of like how they talk about these remastered games. And, I liked more of like the Jaws, like we're only going to make it till the end of the year, then we're never making it again. Like we're going to make Metallica remastered, then we're putting it back in the vault we're never making it again. They need to start baking in even just a feeling of exclusivity back in this stuff. Stern on, but broken at Costco yesterday. Shooter rod laying in the. Oh, wow. That sucks. I mean, Lord of the Rings is no brainer. Why go back to an old game when the new one demonstrates how much you learn every time? Well, because these games are not, they're not, Dave, they're not showcasing like all they know as a company. Like the older games are just better. Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars. It's 21 years old. Star Wars came out 21 years after Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings has way cooler mechs in it. Oh, you're talking spooky? Well, yeah, I mean, Spooky's old games were like not great. I mean, they'll be like, go look at like a Rob Zombie or like an Alice Cooper. I mean, Alice Cooper's was better than Rob Zombie, but look, the Spooky's earlier games were brick fests. There was just like posts everywhere. They were brick fest. They were tight shots. They were not enjoyable to shoot. Evil Dead is a pleasure to shoot. Scooby Doo is a fun game to shoot. They've really gotten better at geometry and understanding, you know, like Rick and Morty's probably one of the worst. I actually think Rick and Morty's worse than GNR when it comes to shot geometry. Like, it's just terrible. So much so that someone had to mod what's that mod, that the Jerry mod that like makes the ball pass through there easier, because which is cheating. I mean, it literally is cheating to add that into the game. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is also great. Okay. The Jerry ramp. Any idea who has the Gremlins license? I would say Spooky Pinball does, unless Franchi wants to say they don't. Franchi putting that teaser on the box. Come on. Come on. How's everybody doing this Saturday? Sorry for the kids interrupting. It happens. I mean, we're still going here with GNR concert. Like, this is crazy. Like, what's in that game? Is this November Rain? What is this? Yeah. It's super cool. I just wish they would have synced up the light show at the end, like no, nothing's synced up. It's not lazy. Oh, I need to go to the gym today. I just feel a little like I need it. The steakhouse. Oh. Anyway, gang, we're gonna cut the show. I think this has been a fun one. I want to thank everybody for your support. I saw I think there was some dude on Pinside being like, I don't know how to unsubscribe from, like, if anyone wants to unsubscribe from Kaneda's Pinball Podcast, just you email me and I will unsubscribe you. We've had a lot of great banter on the chats recently. I think the shows have been really fun. I don't understand. I think there's a lot of people, the Stern Army people are just, I think, very threatened by my show. I don't understand that. So some dude on Pinside was complaining and saying that my shows are an hour long, and I don't understand that. My podcasts are 20 minutes long at most. I haven't done an hour podcast in years. I don't think any pinball podcast should be an hour or more. I understand why some people do that. I understand too that some people only do one every week or two. And I guess if you add up all my shows, but the reason why my shows are 20 minutes is I try to capture sort of like what's the latest news throughout the week, whether it's code updates, whether it's consumer problems with a game, whether it's Cactus Canyon mods not going well. There's a lot of hours and time that goes into it. I also want to publicly here on my Saturday show apologize for incorrectly attributing something to Jason Knapp that he did not say. Jason never said that I was sharing fake photos of Big Bang Bar. And I said that in my free show, which I deleted that comment from the show. So only people who heard it, like first thing, heard it. But Jason and I talked, and I misread, or I attributed it to him because I read something on Pinside where someone said that, like, even Jason Knapp is saying Kaneda's photos are fake. And I was like, oh, I should not have just taken that, again, Pinside at face value. I should have reached out to Jason and asked him, or even just, I was lazy. Like, I didn't read his story fully and he never said it. So sorry, Jason. I love your site. I love your news. He won't post photos. He won't post my leak photos if I stick other people's faces all over them. But I love watermarking all my stuff with like Chris Turner and Ralph and all of us, Carrie. Like, I just think it's funny. Like, Kaneda leaks things in ways that should make you laugh. And because again, I think way too many people take this hobby way too seriously. And I think it's strange to me because look how cool that is, man. Like, hold on a second. I mean, super cool. It is a box of lights. How you guys doing? I hope Spooky has Gremlins. Like, I don't know. I know Spooky's next few games are going to be phenomenal. Pedretti. I bet I'm not on Pedretti and Rick's holiday mailer list. I don't think I'm going to get the holiday card from those guys this year. It's funny. It's funny. I love Melvin. Man, Melvin and I talk like every day, and I'm glad all the Alice toppers are going to go out, and they're going out, and Alice's are going out the door. Melvin's an awesome dude. We need more dudes like Melvin and Pinball. Just more straight shooters that are super talented and know how to get stuff done. And the best thing that could happen to Back to the Future is if Melvin Williams gets more deeply involved with the game. He knows what he's doing. Like, he does. Like, you really got to see his Big Bang Bar remake. Like, it's just stunning. And so then he hands this like stunning remake to Pedretti, who are like ignoring the enhancements he's making. What will you buy next? Beetlejuice. That is absolutely getting bought by Kaneda. I have the room waiting in the garage. But like when I go to Expo in a couple weeks, I'm looking forward to jumping on everything. Like, I would also just love for this guy making the homebrew version of Big Trouble in Little China to just make 2. And I will pay handsomely for it. I need that game. I need it. It's been my favorite. That and The Fifth Element are the 2. If you ever want to make a homebrew game, and I'd pay tens of thousands of dollars just to have one. Big Trouble in Little China and The Fifth Element. I don't think I could ever get more excited about 2 pinball themes. And then third would be Akira and G1 Transformers. I mean, those are my dreams. Like G1 Transformers, the movie, Akira, Big Trouble in Little China, and The Fifth Element. I just would love those pins. When I think of like John Wick or Star Wars to me is just kind of like, I don't know, like the Mandalorian trailer just did nothing for me. The Mandalorian trailer just looks so wah. What would you put in an Akira playfield? I mean, come on, man. Like, you got to have Tetsuo on the throne and have like kind of like the Magneto multi-ball. Like, he's got to be able to force grab the balls with his magnet powers. You then definitely have to have like all like Neo Tokyo under that glass, and you need to have kind of like Tron. You need to have like the lights trailing, like the bikes, like moving around the plastic ramps, so it feels like you're driving, Kaneda's bike through the city. And you know how they do the lighting effect? Like, you could do that. You could have the light move around, and then and playing that iconic song, Kaneda's theme, would just be insane. And then you also, definitely could have like the stuffed animal that comes to life as a bash toy. That scene. But yeah, and I think you could have Soul, the weapon that fires down. I think you make that the topper. And I think you have it shine a light down on the game. Like, just so much you could do. But yeah, I think it's more about Neo Tokyo under glass and just really making it feel like you are in the Neo Tokyo world. And I don't know, and when I look at Star Wars, gang, I really see it really just looks like a Costco toy. It looks like a $5,000 Costco game. And I mean, I get it. Like, it looks better in person. It just I'm talking about what's under that glass just looks cheap. Give John Wick another shot? Michael, why? I've played John Wick a bunch of times, and I just am so underwhelmed by, again, like, the stuff in it. Like, I don't it just feels plasticky, and I don't know, like, that car that pops out just seems cheap. I don't know. John Wick just and you're right, like, I haven't played it much, but it just it just doesn't click with me. I kinda wanna just, like, walk away from it. Everybody, enjoy your Saturdays. Thank you for coming in later today. Killian didn't even play. Like, we went to soccer. He's like, "I don't wanna play," and we ended up just sitting there watching the other kids play. But I'm really glad you guys come hang out every Saturday. More podcasts coming this week. And we're heading into October and Halloween month, which is a lot of fun in this town. This block goes crazy. Pete, thank you for the 5,000 stars, brother. I mean, always comes through with the big star donation. We've got Pete on Facebook, as always, my man. And then we've got Sad Boy on YouTube, who's always my guy. Between you two guys, you are the most generous of my live contributors, and I hope you know that your contributions go to feeding the belly of Brenda every Saturday night with amazing Chinese food, a bottle of sake, and we've been watching this really great Japanese show. I think we're on the last episode about a Japanese shoemaker that gets into making running shoes. You should watch it. It's an amazing show. I think it's called like Sochu or Soku. I forget the name. It's on Netflix. So if you just Google Japanese shoemaker, so good. It's so good. And, I love watching Japanese programming. Midnight Diner is obviously my favorite. The reason why I love watching Japanese and Korean shows is the subtitles force you to watch. Like, you can't dual screen. You're not distracted. You're in it. You're in it. And I think everything else, we just always open up a second screen, or you're just not paying full attention. So have a great Saturday. We'll be back probably with more energy next weekend. I'm I'm not going to lie. I'm like not just hungover. I'm like full from that steakhouse meal. I feel off. I feel like I just want to take half of my stomach and just like throw it out because I'm just like, lobster, shrimp, oysters. Like, it was great. Mac and cheese, lobster mac and cheese. What we had crab meat. I had stuffed lobster with crab meat, which was great. Butter on top of it. Then like a tomahawk steak, like all of this, just like, blah, 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 blah. And it was like, oh my God. Anyway, guys, be good. We're going to shut down on Facebook first. And now I'm going to do that here. Guys, thank you. Thank you. We'll be back next week.